Today, for the first time ever, in Crusader Kings 3, Elder Kings 2 here, on this very channel, we start playing as the descendant of a character. I don't know what you're thinking. Didn't you do an entire playthrough of this? Yes, but we only ever played as one character from start to finish, so succession is a whole new kettle of fish that we have to approach today. Before we begin, though, I do want to address it because so many people have been asking, are you going to play the Game of Thrones mod? Obviously, yes, I am. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan, big Song of Ice and Fire fan, know all the lore and everything. However, I was invited to the beta, but I had to very regretfully say no, because obviously I was moving house, I didn't get internet until yesterday, so it was a bit of a mess, and I didn't want to commit to it not knowing that, or knowing that I couldn't commit fully to it. So, I will play that at some point. This series simply came first because I had it downloaded already, and I thought it would just be a nice kind of little gap filler there for some extra content in the meantime. But we'll be going to the Game of Thrones mod probably after this, to be honest with you, as soon as we are done telling Grignr's tale, and Grignr's tale has really only just begun, so it could be a while yet, but here we are with the second of our Grigners. Finally, at the ripe old age yesterday of 74, Grignr the First was murdered. Mysterious circumstances. He was a very trusting man, so the second he made enemies with some sort of intrigue behind them, they were going to get the better of him, sadly, and he was poisoned by some mysterious character. We do not know who it was, though we can probably guess, we can probably infer it, that maybe it was the Dark Elf that Grignr was rivals with when he died. Sadly, we're probably never going to find out. Somebody did say you should try and avenge him, and I agree, but you've got to remember, all of Grignr's descendants are idiots. As far as they're concerned, he just died of some bad wine. They're not going to be smart enough to figure that out, let's be honest. Now we play as Grignr's descendant. And I think it'd be wise to get to know the character a little bit, have a look at his kind of wife, his children, his friends, his allies, whatever he's got going on here. See what kind of a character he is before we really start playing as him. So we are now clan head Grignr the Second, dragon speaker of Grignr's fleet. His wife, Lady Felky Meadfingers. I remember Grignr's father, Grignr, of course, Grignr the First, setting up this marriage based purely on the fact that her name was Meadfingers, and Grignr loves nothing more than mead. She is actually a very good character, though. She's very powerful, marshal of 15. She's brave, wrathful, and just. Maybe a good wife for our rather religious-focused Grignr. Now, bear in mind, in his youth, this was the character that was preaching about religion to other children. He got beat up for it, but it kind of reaffirmed his beliefs a little bit. He's trusting, but he is zealous and he is brave. And his character description, though we can't see it right now, because the UI is all sorts of messy because of all the mods we've got, he was an insane zealot. That was his personality type, and that's how we're going to play the guy. Now, despite the fact, someone in the comments pointed out, despite the fact that he is slow, he inherited his father's idiocy, or at least a diluted form of that. He's not quite as stupid. He clearly has some natural talent for, or maybe through hard work, might be a better way to describe it, through hard work. He has brute-forced knowledge itself. Even though he is an idiot, even though he was born very slow, he came out an astute intellectual. So I don't think we do roleplay him as a total idiot this time, even though he might be very slow to understand ideas. When he finally understands it and grasps it, clearly he's very skilled at really processing that. So I think that's how we'll play him. He is athletic, he is hale, and he, much like his father, is strengthened vastly. Vastly strengthened, literally, in this case. Is there a level beyond that? Oh no, that is the maximum level. Very good. Strong, athletic. I think he's very much a Grignr. He's very much a Grignr through and through, but he has a bit more going on upstairs than his father. So his daughter is Grignr. His daughter, Grigna. It's very confusing, I'm sorry. Grignr Dragonspeaker's daughter. She doesn't have a nickname yet. Of course, we haven't seen her do anything. We haven't witnessed her do anything impressive to get a nickname. As soon as that happens, that's what we will call her. So she's come out very skilled in terms of martial, but the problem is, she is kind of the opposite of her father. She's compassionate, whereas he might be an insane zealot. With our current character, Grignr Dragonspeaker, is this insane zealot who probably doesn't have much respect for infidels or anything like that. She, on the other hand, is compassionate. She's very cynical. Maybe her father was a bit too preachy in her youth, and she's kind of driven her away. She's also chaste. Lower chance of having children because of that, but not, totally impossible there. But if you remember, Grignr the First took her as his ward and went raiding with her, and that's where she learned his skills. She became a skilled tactician, a reaver. She watched Grignr the First carefully, observed what he did right, and tried to copy that, and forgot all of the bad stuff. And my god, there was a lot of bad stuff. And here we are. Grigna Dragon Speaker. Now, what we did achieve as Grigna, those past couple of episodes really made up for a lot of the crap that we had. We had a lot of successful raids, we had a lot of building. We have finally constructed hunting lodges in the capital. We've built up some aspect of what we've got going on here. We've got troops, we've got lots of man-at-arms, and more importantly, we could even afford to hire some more. Well, I mean, the house cards are very expensive, maybe not those, but we could certainly go for some more Nord Berserkers and still have money to spare. So this is a really good situation to be in. Oh, hello. Will you let her go in return for 37 gold? Grigna will. A kind gift. Thank you, my friend. So it's probably worth bearing in mind that we're going to be stronger than we were before with raiding. And that ties in really nicely to a comment I saw last episode. Somebody said that in this early game, sure, the islands across the north of Skyrim are easy to pick apart, right? They're kind of a weak target, but they said that the real gold mine for them was Yakuda, which is this continent all the way over in the very western part of Tamriel, across from Daggerfall. Apparently, they don't have many troops. What's the best way to describe it? There are many troops relative to the amount of gold that they have, even though they are still quite powerful. They have a lot of money going for them, and I think that's probably what we're going to aim for. Now, this person also said that the thing they learned very quickly when raiding is not focus on the garrison size, but focus on how many troops they've got overall. Because obviously, if we raid a band of... how many raiders have we got right now? 569, obviously not fully reinforced, but let's say 1,000. You know, maybe 1,100 fully. If we attack them, and they raise their troops, might be kind of an even fight. Bearing in mind they're 50%, like half their troops there are also kind of pirates. They've got special soldiers there, which we can't really account for. So we've got to be a little more cautious about how we approach this. And I think if there's a man for caution, it's Grignr Dragon Speaker. Now, he's going to want to do what is best for, Jemmy. Jemmy Wolfsbane, your commander and friend. Oh, that's kind of cool. Hold on. Let's have a look at his friendships here. So Jemmy Wolfsbane was, Grigna the First marshal his entire life, and then, of course, Grigna the First married him, because Grigna doesn't really understand marriage or anything like that. He just respects... He's been told that he needs a strong spouse his entire life, so we just grabbed the first strongest person he saw, and that happened to be Jemmy. They're friends, though. That's kind of cool. Grigna the Second is friends with his stepfather, I suppose? Stepmother? I don't really know how that works. Grigna doesn't really understand. He's also friends with the Gargle, and he's also friends with Olia as well, whoever the hell she is. Hello, we'll keep an eye on you, then. Some random 70-year-old. So... You can be Marshal, for sure. Why don't we get Lady Felky, given that he is that insane zealot, I feel like he would be, and of course he's clearly got a massive interest in Marshal. I feel like we swap her over to Chivalry and we go big on the troops, at least temporarily. That's going to give us a lot of, well, taking over around would probably lead to some stress here. Lately, it feels like I've been distracted by I need to look up how you say that. Lascivious. Every time I play CK3, I look this up, and I can never remember it. Maybe it is just lascivious. Hello?
Lascivious.
Oh, thank you, man, on Google. It is lascivious. Oh, well, that was a lot easier than I expected. Maybe Hermaeus Mora can help him. No, he's a zealot. He would never do that. A good workout can turn those desires away. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's very Grigna. Now, bear in mind, probably... Oh, it's because his friend died. I was going to say, but bear in mind, though, he is still training, I presume. Can we say stop training? Oh, I guess he's not actually training. Right, because Grigna had the whole court training, and now that he is not part of the court, he's probably stopped training automatically. That makes sense. I feel like with this guy, we need to go on a pilgrimage whenever we can to play the character. Minimum cost 100, so unfortunately we can't afford that yet, but we will keep it up there as a reminder. We need to do that as soon as possible, because that's kind of his character. But I feel like also getting a band of dragon priests would be really... a cool thing to do with this guy, given that he is big into the religious aspect. Fortunately, the Dragon Priests are super expensive. We don't really need them right now either. So let's let the levies reinforce, and let's do some damage. Our liege, King Brynjolf of Winterhold, wants us to be his chancellor. You don't have to do that. And bear in mind, oh, he is trusting, though. Oh, shit. I was going to say maybe he would think less of this man, given that he is... He is a completely different religion. We'd probably think far less of him as a result of that. And in fact, we do. Minus 52. What do we think? Wants to see it on the council. Nordic Pantheon is hostile. Okay, so we only think minus 26 because of that, but another minus 35 because we're zealous. He's also tyrannical. We really don't like him, but simultaneously, our guy clearly wants a seat on the council, so let's accept it. Play the character, after all. Let's let the levies reinforce. What I want to do is kind of take a look at maybe Do we need the taxes so high? Remind me, what are the extortionate taxes getting us right now? Minus 50% development growth, minus 40 popular opinion in exchange for the plus 50% taxes. It's not worth it, because we're not really making that much money in tax, right? 1.3 to 0.8. That's really no different. As long as we've got enough money to keep our man-at-arms reinforcing, that's all that matters. That really is all that matters. As long as we're staying above the negative, because all of our income's coming from raiding, right? Moderate service requirements to drop the levy size a little bit. Oh, it's not telling me what that does. There we are. 25% levy size. If we drop that to moderate... Oh, it neutrals it out. I see. Honestly, that's fine to keep for the time being. I think we're all good. I think we'll just wait for the levies to reinforce, and then we'll see if our insane zealot can go and do some real damage there. Oh, they're not reinforcing. Why? Well, are you about to attack me? That's what I thought. Piss off. Why are they not reinforcing? We can afford it. Is it because we have taken on a negative somewhere? No. Garrison's almost 20, that's not relevant. That's not relevant. That's not relevant. Let me have a look. See if I can figure this one out. They really aren't reinforcing, are they? And I'm not entirely sure why. It doesn't really... Oh, because they're raised somewhere. We've had literally this exact problem before. It's quite kind of like the armies. There you go. Where are they? All right, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, I remember we couldn't get them home. Well, let's just disband them then. Yeah, no, I remember they were trapped over. It's all coming back to me. Sorry, it's been a couple of days since I'm recording because I didn't have internet, so I recorded the last episode and the other episode back to back so I could actually make sure there was enough content. That makes sense. There we go. Shit. In hindsight, maybe I should have kept those taxes up. Bollocks. Oh, peasants. Raise the troops preemptively? No, we can't allow the peasants to take over like this. We're a pirate captain. We have to show our strength immediately, right? Oh! Good God, they were close to sieging the capital then. Did you see that? Wow, that was a little dangerous. Amazing. Good start. That'll teach them. And that should hopefully solve some of the popular opinion. Yeah, we're up to plus 24. That's good. Okay, that's one problem down. I'm going to leave the outliner open because that's twice now I've forgotten we've got levies raised. It's probably saving it and leaving them bloody active, isn't it? What? It is my duty to inform you that irrefutable evidence has been unveiled proving that your marriage with Lady Felky is consanguineous. No, well, that's clearly not true. We can do a learning challenge against him. Whoa, against the priest. It's a 50% chance that we argue for the sanctity of our marriage, or he is not persuaded and we become incestuous. Oh, even though we're not actually related at all. This guy's trying to frame us, basically. Oh, what a little dick. Ooh, what a banger of a soundtrack. Oh, which one's this one? This was Master and Secunda from the Skyrim soundtrack. We can't risk it, can we? We're just going to have to take the weak hook, but I think Grigna is smart enough. This Grigna is smart enough to know that that man was trying to do something clearly unbecoming of him. So maybe he's made an enemy there. Ooh, speaking of which, we've gained a level of devotion for our faith, though. Now this is pretty big. As I study the ancient battles and tales of bravery, I come across the story of the Snow Prince and his near victory against the armies of East Grignr. The Snow Prince appeared, and the previously despaired farmer suddenly erupted with joy. On his pallid white steed and armed with the finest armor and spear known to elven kind, he and his followers cut through the Nord ranks and would have crushed the sons of East Grignr if not for a young girl. Took revenge against the very prince who slew her mother mere moments before. Should we go for aggressive attacker? Do we go for organizer? Winter Soldier, I think we can get that anyway. Like, Grigna got it. Grigna the First got it before. The Snow Prince died. We shouldn't try to learn from those who lost. Aggressive Attacker. Enemy failed to catch this up by 15%. Advantage in provinces affected by winter +2. It's so good, isn't it? Organizer, though, is also really good. Movement speed in provinces affected by winter 10%. Shit, maybe that is better when we're raiding especially. I think we go for Organizer. I think we'll go for Organizer. This guy isn't necessarily so horrifyingly angry. We're going to be the next words out of my house, but here we are. Boiling anger. It's not us that's angry, luckily. It's Grignr Grignason, our brother. You may be a clanhead, but you're also a loathsome churl. The unprovoked anger expressed by my brother Grigna comes as a complete surprise. He's been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this, that even he struggles, it's calming. God, he is an enormous man, isn't he? He is a brute of a man. Good God, he's the only one that inherited Giant, if I'm not mistaken. The Imperial Legion. By the time my courtier, Aglena, comes to me with her plan, she seems to have already made up her mind. Serving with the Legion in the Imperial City will bring both wealth and glory. Yeah, go forth with Alduin's blessing. By all means. Can we... I was about to say, can we ransom some people out here? Be gone. Oh my God. Wow, what a moment. This is the beginning of a great new era for Grigna kind. One backed by the very dragons themselves. Wow. You've just got to kind of, you know, actually do that. Do that first, though. Oh, hey, look at that. Grigna killed the monster. You gain 350 prestige and also gain the trait Novice Hunter, thank you. Oh, there you go, there's a trait Novice Hunter too. And ill. Clan head or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we're all mortals. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. Send for a physician. Send for Marthelk. We don't really want a court physician. They're very expensive. He's strong enough to survive this. It's just a bit of illness. Right? I'm sorry, we can't really afford a court physician. And only the strongest Grigna can lead. Are you not the strongest Grigna? Ah, look at that. His wife is looking after him. What a good wife she is. Lady Felky, thank you. Attentive care. Health, massive boost. I mean, that doesn't give you a massive boost. It cancels, yeah, as it says there, cancels out the penalties. Fantastic, thank you. Much appreciated, wife. We've got to go raiding so we can go on a pilgrimage soon. And you know what? We're fully reinforced. 1,400 troops is actually bloody loads. Shit, maybe Yakuda is a juicy target. Oh, we're the best commander in the realm too. Well, that's good. I like that a lot. Can we not go raiding? What am I missing? Because he hasn't got land raids. We haven't got anything that lets us go raiding yet. Stand down. We're not ready. My guy needs to study more. He needs to understand the way of Grigna before we can do that. Oh, shit. Work off some stress. Yeah, sure. That seems like a good idea. I'm in the middle of training when I spot Grigna the Snow Queen. Oh, Grigna's younger sister. Also exercising. I look at... Oh, no. Older sister? I'm actually not sure. He's 46. Yeah, younger sister. I look her up and down. Not only does she appear to be in good health, but also peak physical fitness. I would love to measure my prowess against her, but in what way? So, is Grigna gonna wrestle Grigna? They enjoy that. A good friendly wrestling match between two Grignas. You gain sweaty stench for 1 year, but we also lose 26 stress. General opinion -5. Challenge her to a sparring match. How about a foot race? They're all pretty much the same, basically. Sure. Wrestle. You emerge victorious. Yes. We did go closer to forming a friendship with her, which I actually quite like a lot. I like that mechanic. I think I want to try and keep the family together. We're not going to have any Grigna on Grigna violence. We're not going to murder any other fellow Grigna in the court. That doesn't seem right. This is very much a Grigna together strong, right? Now we can do raiding. The problem is, though, we've got land raids, sure, but then we also need sea raids, don't we? Unlocks the ability to raid over sea, so we've got to wait. Ah. Good as new. As I woke this morning, as Grigna woke this morning, he's still Grigna after all, and saw rays of sunshine falling through the window, it took Grigna a moment to realize Grigna had slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I think Grigna is allowed to speak in the first person only when he's got, I was about to say 10 learning, holy shit. Maybe he's far smarter than I ever thought. Oh, we've been appointed Brynjolf's Master of the Hunt. Does that mean we get some money? We get paid for that, right? Income from court position, 0.5. I mean, obviously, we're just going to do this as a temporary thing. Learn some skills. And then afterwards, we're going to get out there. And then we're going to properly do some raiding here. Logistician. Movement speed in provinces affected by winter up by another 25%. Supply duration up by 100%. Forder. Crosses straits and rivers without advantage penalties. Oh, shit. That's really good. Wow, they're both very nice. They are both very, very nice. I think Forder for a raider might be more relevant, particularly for retracing. Can bait enemies over to attack us over fords, and maybe we could win against superior numbers. I like that. I think we're going to go for it. This could be the moment. This could very much be it. The true enemy of every soldier is complacency, my wife, Lady Felky says, before quietly considering. We are standing side by side on my castle's walls, looking down on the soldiers conducting the drills below. We could exchange the castle's gate for planks of wood and dull the arrows on the troops' quivers. Lead the soldiers in a mock charge against the castle and see how well they do in action. Yes, this is a good idea. You should lead the defenders, Lady Felky, so Grigna is going to try and raid his own castles to see if he'll get a martial learning perk. If he will, we can go raiding. So this is a pretty big moment. A tightly shut gate and walls that loom high in the sky. Archers can be seen in shadows moving behind the battlements. Charge the main gate or bring out the ladders. Well, this one has a 99% chance of success because it's challenging his prowess. His prowess is 32. He's just going to bash down that main gate himself. Grigna becomes Gronder. and under siege every step of the way. The stairwell echoes as another dull weapon bounced off the middle pillar. For the second time in a matter of minutes, I curse the tight spiral that blocks us from swinging our weapons at the defenders. We can say every left-handed soldier to the front, because he's an organizer. That's bloody genius. This man is a genius. The attack progresses very well. He's so unnaturally smart. Taking the final step up to the wall surrounding the castle, I survey the scene. Many soldiers have been lost to the archers on the walls, but we will not be deterred. One after another, we overwhelm the defenders and stand victorious over the fallen. Do we say everybody with Grigna? 50 martial experience, and there's an 82% chance that we very quickly level the rest of our forces. 90% chance that we just progress well rather than very well. Or hit them hard, show no mercy. That's tyranny. We're not going to wound our own people. Obviously, we'd say everyone with Grigna for a final charge. Oh, progresses poorly. Oh, we attacked from our own... Okay, so we messed that one up. Bunny still won. He managed to do so well in the other steps that it was totally fine. Look at them, my lord. The change of pace did them good. Even you seem reinvigorated even though the castle was lost to attackers. Ah, so we didn't get the martial lifestyle part. That's unfortunate. Damn, that is very unfortunate, actually. Shit. Well, he's smart, but ultimately, he's still a Grigna, right? Grigna Dragon Speaker, my dear friend. I was once again reminded of your victory against Lasna, so I decided to write you a poem about your triumph, Jemmy says. Oh, it's Jemmy, hello. Clearing his throat. Strife and Bloodlust. A work of poetry dedicated to clan head Grigna Dragon Speaker over victory over the miserable Lasna, written by Grigna Dragon Speaker's good friend Jemmy. Where other men speak silvered words, he leads soldiers in iron herds, so let none challenge his bold intent, unless to the hereafter they wish to be sent. That one rhymes. I like that one a lot. Regain the Strife and Bloodlust artifact. Oh, thank you, Jemmy. What does that do for us? Prestige 0.06 per month and prestige per dread 0.01 per month. We're not going to be like intentionally dreadful. I think he would treat people that are his religion quite well. Bear in mind that's his whole character drive. That's been so important to him for his entire life. And now we've just got to sit here and wait. What is this? Ooh, look at that man. With vivid clarity, I remember when I defeated Lasna at the Battle of Grigna's Folly. It was a battle that took place in the glacial tundra, a terrain I was greatly unprepared for. Since then, I've been mulling things over, and I'm confident that if the battle happened today, I'd be a much more competent leader. I love that he's just put on any armor. It would never happen again, or I should learn to be flexible. Ooh. That one gives no immediate effects. Do we want flexible leader? But I think you can have like 3 leadership traits, right? Maximum? Organizer, forwarder, and flexible leader. Ah. I don't think I want that. I'd rather get a winter one, to be honest with you. Oh. girl, not like this. We barely even knew you, my friend. What we should do, now that the realm's making a little bit of money, we can't go too crazy with it. We should be also trying to go on hunts. Because he's athletic, he's brave, and he's a novice hunter. He loves hunting. It's well within his character. There's also a chance we can make enough money from the hunt to pay for a pilgrimage. I was saving up for that, but, I mean, this is as much a part of his character, if not more, than his kind of religious aspect. As the full moon shined on the tundra, me and my group got lost while chasing a small group of hares. Oh my god, is it a werewolf? I heard a low growl and suddenly I was alone with the thing. Its eyes were almost human, but in all other aspects it was a hare. I remember— oh, it's a weird hare! I remember the bedtime stories I was told as a little boy where regular people turned into monsters when one of the moons was full. The thing paced around me slowly, getting a good look at me while sniffing. I had to act quickly. It's an 84% chance he defeats the weir hare. It's a 15% chance it defeats him. And then if that happens, it's a 28% chance after that he dies. It's a very tiny chance of him actually dying, right? Come on, you monster. Ooh! He lost to the weir hare. That's not very impressive. Like, to tell people it was a werewolf or a weir dragon, something far more impressive. An enormous weird hair. Ever fucking Lola Bunny or something. God damn, don't let the people in the comments know. Ever since I encountered that accursed creature, I've been lethargic, drowsy. He's been werewolfed. With no energy to go about my day anymore. Every day I want to lay down in my bed. He's got Sanias Lupinus. Hussein's curse. Oh god. Right, I guess we have to hire a court physician, right? How good is she as a court physician? Because this could really, really have him in trouble. She's not that good. 11 learning. Astute intellectual. Oh, shit. Should we just let it pass? But believe in Alduin. Maybe it will pass. Maybe you'll be fine. That hunt was a bad idea in hindsight, but hey, we had to do it, right? It's such a big part of who he is. Is he actually going to become a... Oh, no! Nakreen died of old age. Wait, he was the corrupt priest. Yeah, good for him. He can piss off. Right, let's get a new round priest. Court round priest Thalma. Ooh, 22 learning. She's very good. Forgiving, craven, trusting. Yeah, she won't challenge Grigna. Not with those personality traits. She endorses us. That's very good. That's fantastic to hear. Are you become a werewolf? Oh, we've been fired from the council. Not really much of a surprise there. He finally got anybody else better. This guy wants Grom Cruelty, whoever the hell he is, to be Grigna's ward? He's sending his son to Grigna for education. Absolutely accepted. You fool. Why has he done that? Is that his son and heir? Oh, no, it's not. He's got an... Oh, Princess Sonia. No, okay, so the princess is going to go ahead. Oh, that's good. We've got his only son as our ward. He's not going to go to war with us, obviously, if we have his son in our court. Otherwise, we could just imprison him, right? That's really nice. I'm super happy with that one. Not that we would do such a thing. My liege, King Brynjolf, keeps giving me tasks which are impossible to complete. When I try to do them thoroughly, I am lazy, and when I hurry, he thinks me sloppy. So who can play this game? No. Grigna cannot win. He's not a manipulator. 0% chance. Perhaps I deserve this treatment. Oh. Oh, no. Poor Grigna. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. He's taken advantage of his slow nature. He's trying his best to complete them. We've seen him do that, you know. He can complete things quite well when he puts his mind to it, but when they're impossible, the poor guy has no chance. At first, I thought a simple footman foul stepping onto the training field. Are we going to fight this man? Is there any way to... Oh, no, we're not going to kill him. As president of my soldiers, we get a lecture on honor. That one ends up with piety. Ooh, or do we fight Gamaliel Highkeel? Shit. I could use people like you. Does he respect it? You're not even that good. Yeah, no, lecture them. Lecture them on honor. Very good. I feel like he would be more about that. I feel like he's going to be all about the preaching the religious aspects of things. Maybe the dragon cult has some aspect of honor associated with it. They don't really strike me as that. I don't know. But I feel like that was just easier. That made more sense for the character anyway. Right. Martial lifestyle perk. Sea raids. Yes. Don't mind if I do. And now, in theory, after all this practice, all this training, all this understanding who Grigna Dragon Speaker is, I think we're finally ready. Should we head to Yakuda? Maybe let's get some easy ones under our belt. Let's try some... Oh, Dawn Star went independent. That's interesting. How have Ursulaku, which are one of the Ashlander tribes, they play that key part in Morrowind, the game Morrowind. How have they managed to grab big parts of... Wait, they're almost at bloody Windhelm. They've managed to grab huge chunks of Skyrim. What are they doing? I guess this is where Skyrim got divided between East and West in Skyrim. They've just totally fucked it. Well, Dawnstar... the Dawn Isles are now independent. There's a town there with 25 raid loot. How many troops have you got? Oh, easy. That's easy. Unless Dawnstar raised their entire army to try and stop us. You fool. Try it. Let's see what happens. Easiest raid of my whole life. Oh, and look at this. There he is, shouts a voice from over my soldier. It's clan head Grigna Dragon Speaker, says someone else from another direction. Where are they coming from? I think to myself while continuously fighting off more and more foes. After a prolonged period of combat, my nearby soldiers desperately try to protect me, but as their numbers dwindle, I begin to take hits from large quantities of enemies. As the last of my personal guards falls dead on the floor, I look up and see myself surrounded and separated by a short distance from the rest of my army. They have me 10 to 1. We can either say, in true Grigna fashion, I like those odds. Or we say, let me live, I beg you. He's brave. We have to take it. Even though there is a, like, 9.4 potentially % chance here of him dying. We've got to go for it, right? We have to do it. Oh my god. Whoa. No! As the enemies converge on my position, I raise my blade, prepared to fight. One swings at me wildly, allowing me to parry and get a hit in while the other brings their sword slashing into my back. Yelling in pain and anger, I turn and use all my force to smash my sword through the attacker's torso, cutting off an arm in one swing. Bleeding heavily from the wound on my back, Grigna continues to fight with all of Grigna's strength, but eventually becomes sluggish from blood loss to react properly to all the incoming attacks. A blade lunges into Grigna's stomach and Grigna falls to his knees before rolling onto Grigna's side and spilling red blood onto the mud around Grigna. This is the end. Holy shit. And it turns out that you can't just big brain your way into becoming a Grigna. Quite the opposite. Perhaps he was a man too smart for his own good. Military theory, practice. It's just not the Grigna way, and look at where it got him. Too ambitious for his own good. We played the character perfectly well. Brave and ambitious. He died in an enormous inaugural raid, fighting far too many people at once. Ambitious and brave till the very end. But maybe, hey, maybe that was a big part of his religious aspect too. Maybe he now goes to be venerated or something to that effect. Clan head Grigna Dragon Speaker has died at 50 years of age. He was slain in battle. A man of unparalleled prowess. He finally found an opponent that he could not overpower. 10 of them. I like that, though. That's a great story, as short as it was. Clan head Grigna ascends to the throne. A gentle and compassionate soul. The vassals will surely thrive under Grigna's reign. Holy shit. Grigna Grignason, Grigna II's brother and our current character's uncle, has broken down. Probably over his brother's untimely demise. And here we are. We've really got to stop ending like this. But now we have clan head Grigna, the compassionate, cynical, chaste leader. She, though, has learned from the best, Grigna I. She learned all of his strengths, but none of his weaknesses. Becoming a skilled tactician, she is also a reaver, allowing her to raid twice as fast. This could be impressive. But she's compassionate. She wouldn't be... I wouldn't say Grigna I was particularly cruel, but taking people prisoner in raids is not massively compassionate. So this is going to be a really hard thing to get right. And I'd like suggestions on how exactly we're supposed to play this character well. You know, maybe we're going to have to house rule this a little bit and decide for ourselves what a compassionate Grigna would do. Because clearly she enjoys raiding. She's a reaver. At least she knows it thoroughly. And it's such a key part of who she is and what the realm expects from her. She can't not do it. But I feel like it's gonna break her. I'm not sure. Let's see how it goes. We're now playing the very young, right? 28-year-old Grigna. Let's see what happens. Come back tomorrow. Wow, what a mess.